This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh, water!
Just like we have those actors and actresses we grew up loving, MrBeast has captured the hearts of fans young and old who can't stop watching his YouTube channel. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe as we dive into MrBeast, the allegations surrounding his childhood friend, his response to the whole incident, and its aftermath. Having subscribed to our channel, now let's dive in.
I've literally given away over $1 million.
1. MrBeast. When it comes to YouTube, James Stephen Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. His massive popularity is going to keep him in the spotlight for a long time.
I'm in a building. This is a building. This is his studio. I said, do you live near here?
Of course, come on in.
So that's like a boardroom or a green room.
As big as MrBeast's fame is now, it wasn't always like this. When he uploaded his first YouTube video back in 2012, he was just an average guy with a handful of subscribers and viewers. But things quickly changed once he figured out how the YouTube algorithm works. Now, MrBeast is one of the most subscribed channels on YouTube, pulling in massive earnings. Even as YouTube's top earner, one of Time's 100 most influential people, and with a jaw-dropping net worth of $500 million, MrBeast still shows his human side through countless charitable activities, which have only made people love him more. However, that love started to take a hit when allegations involving his childhood friend, Tyson, began circulating online. 2. Chris Tyson. Before we dive into why everyone online is talking about Chris, let's first get to know who Chris really is before the incident that made him go viral.
Hey, it's me. Yeah.
Help me. I need
In 2017, as MrBeast started blowing up on YouTube, he brought on some of his childhood friends to help run the brand, including Chris Tyson. As part of the MrBeast team, Chris played a big role in expanding the brand, coming up with lots of complex and challenging competitions for the people chosen to participate in the videos. While Chris also has his own YouTube channel with over 2 million subscribers, it was his work with MrBeast that really put him in the spotlight. It was during one of those times when Chris was organizing competitions for the MrBeast brand that he crossed paths with a 13-year-old minor. Little did he know that this friendship would eventually lead to his downfall in 2024, turning into a sad and messy situation for everyone involved. 3. Incident. According to reports making headlines, Chris, upon meeting the 13-year-old teenager who had won MrBeast competition, instantly fell in love and kick-started their relationship. It's also been reported that the young teenager had no clue that Chris was just using her for his own selfish reasons, since Chris was still in a relationship with his girlfriend, while also sending inappropriate videos and images to the minor.
The spelling of your name?
Yeah.
From Chris, CH to Chris
CH.
to K?
With a K.
So just to feel a little bit more feminine about it?
I actually have always liked how it looked with a K.
It is cooler.
So far, no one has pressed charges, but social media fans are divided over how things have played out. Some users are calling for Chris to be prosecuted for allegedly grooming a minor who once looked up to him as a role model before he transitioned to a trans woman. The prosecution side argues that actions like this shouldn't go unpunished, and that Chris should be held accountable for what they see as criminal behavior. However, Team Anna Chris Tyson argues that there was nothing wrong with the text conversations and intimate exchanges between Chris and the minor at that time. While this has continued to generate controversy, please let us know which team you are on in the comments section. After the incident, Chris Anna Tyson has made a few video appearances, but many fans are worried because she hasn't addressed the specific allegations directly. Instead, she's been dodging the issue and talking about things that don't really answer the questions people have about the inappropriate relationship. 4. MrBeast's reaction. Since the incident blew up in the mainstream media and no charges have been filed, many of MrBeast's biggest fans believe it has seriously hurt his reputation. Given that MrBeast is known as a friendly figure for kids and teens, it is pretty unsettling to think something like this happened under his watch without him knowing. This has led to a lot of social media users speculating that there might be even more serious issues happening behind the scenes that the public isn't aware of.
Like, even just thinking about it makes me almost tear up. It was so painful on my back.
I feel like you should collaborate with David Blaine at some point, because all of his stunts.
Some psychologists have weighed in on the situation, suggesting it's really about power dynamics. The psychologists argue that there are often unhealthy relationships between young people and their online idols, which can lead to manipulation and grooming. While the views of most psychologists are not substantiated, they are of the opinion that parents should play a major role in protecting dropping their children. Despite the seriousness of the allegations against the MrBeast brand, many people are wondering if it might be just a publicity stunt. Since the incident, MrBeast's channel has actually gained over 3 million subscribers, which has made some followers question what's really going on behind the scenes. Another point raising doubts is that none of MrBeast's sponsors have dropped him, even with the severity of the allegations, including his recent partnership with Amazon. Amid all this, MrBeast released another video that quickly racked up millions of views in just a few hours. 5. Effect on MrBeast's brand. Even though the recent incident with Tyson has not led to any sponsors or partners dropping MrBeast, it seems to have hurt his reputation in the court of public opinion. This situation has caused a lot of damage to MrBeast's image, especially given his status as a global philanthropist. The last major issue like this happened when MrBeast built 100 wells in Africa to provide clean water for nearly 500,000 people in countries like Cameroon, Kenya, and Uganda.
But how did it evolve to what it is now? Was it a vision? Was it a slow, sort of a gradual increase in numbers? And
Yeah, I mean, it's about as slow as it gets.
Despite MrBeast's good intentions with the well project, he faced criticism for allegedly using Africa as a backdrop for charity or poverty porn. This negative attention around the well project in November 2023 has led many fans to believe that the Tyson incident has further harmed MrBeast's reputation, which he was trying to rebuild from last year. However, despite everything, some of MrBeast's dedicated fans still believe he's a genuine philanthropist and shouldn't be held accountable for the actions of one of his employees. 6. Aftermath. After the shocking incident, it's been reported that MrBeast has distanced himself even more from Tyson because of the significant damage it has done to the MrBeast brand. The rumor about MrBeast distancing himself from Chris was quite popular between April and July 2023, especially after Chris publicly mentioned he was taking hormone treatments for his transition. At the time, there was speculation that MrBeast had fired him. MrBeast took to his ex-Twitter account to deny those rumors, stating he fully supported Chris's decisions. However, with the latest incident in 2024, MrBeast hasn't made any public statement to deny that he parted ways with Chris, like he did last year. This has led many fans to believe that the two have indeed separated.
Many people want to hear my voice, and the thing about it is that, like, using this voice in videos is really hard because everyone around me knows that I'm trans. So mentally it can be...
The distance between the two now makes sense, especially since the incident has raised questions about MrBeast's management. It seems like the management doesn't always do thorough background checks on their employees before hiring them, which is a liability for any organization. The allegation is understandably painful because people feel MrBeast should have known more about his childhood friend's character. Many fans believe he should have avoided hiring someone with questionable traits back in 2017, rather than bringing them on board just because they were friends. In light of the incident, there's been a lot of outrage directed at parents, urging them to take more responsibility for their children and protect them from manipulators and abusive situations like the one alleged in this situation involving a young teenager. 7. Dawson. In the midst of all this drama, Dawson French, a former employee of MrBeast, has appeared on some videos making the rounds to disclose that the Chris's incident is a tip of the iceberg. According to Dawson, MrBeast was aware of the incident but tried to cover it up until it eventually came to light.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside MrBeast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Chris Tyson is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know,
While most social media fans are saying the former employee is merely disgruntled after he was sacked and should not be listened to, some other fans are of the view that the former employee might be telling the truth. Regardless of Dawson's allegation that MrBeast had prior knowledge of the incident, MrBeast has neither confirmed nor denied it, leaving most fans confused about what really happened. 8. Social media. Since Since many people have pointed to social media platforms as being complicit in the incident, there have been recommendations to prevent similar situations in the future. One suggestion is for social media platforms to establish clear guidelines for users, with penalties for those who violate them, including potential legal action. Another suggestion is to improve verification processes to make sure only adults can access certain types of communication. Instead of the usual tick the box if you're 18 approach, social media platforms should require more thorough age verification, like presenting a valid ID card. Once these measures are in place, it's also crucial for social media content creators to produce content that's kid-friendly. Many social media users believe that if these regulations are followed, it will help prevent incidents like this from happening again. What is your view? Please let us know in the comments section. Well, if you got to the end of the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and turn on the post notification button so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching.